afternoon all of you. I am Mrs. R.S. Pawar. I am working in Anna Sahib Avte College, Mansar. Today we will see the development of chromatogram. In yesterday's lecture we have seen the overview of the chromatography. Okay. Now in this development of chromatogram there are three types of analysis. First is the frontal analysis. Second is the displacement analysis, and third is the emulsion analysis. Firstly, we will start with the frontal analysis. Now, what is the frontal analysis? All these types of analysis depends upon the column chromatography. In yesterday's lecture, we have seen how the separation is taking place in column chromatography, how different components are separated in the column chromatography. Now see the frontal analysis. Firstly, we will take a column. Now in this column we will take mixture of the components. This is our sample. Our sample contains three components. This black color is our first component. Red color is our second component. And the blue color is our third component. Now we will name these components. This black color is our A component. Red color is B component. And this blue color is our C component. Now we pour this mixture of the components, means it is our sample. It is poured over the column. This column consists of the stationary phase. Okay, this column consists of the stationary phase. Here is the solvent which is poured over our mixture of the sample. This solvent means what? It is the mobile phase. When we run this mobile phase over the stationary phase, some of the components gets adsorbed over the stationary phase. Then separation taking place on the basis of their adsorption power. The components which form the strong bond with the stationary phase, they remain on the stationary phase, and the components which form weak bond, which are loosely bonded to the stationary phase, they run with the mobile phase. Means which component will be separated first? The components which are having the weak bond with the stationary phase, they separated first. Now see, here is the black component A is having the weak bond with the stationary phase, therefore A will elute first. Okay, because A have the weak bond with the stationary phase, A component are loosely bonded with the stationary phase, they get adsorbed, they get eluted first. Okay, after that we get mixture of A plus B, and in the third fraction we will get mixture of A plus B plus C, means in the third fraction all the components are present. In the first fraction we get purified component A. In second fraction we get mixture of A and B, and in the third fraction we will get mixture of A plus B plus C. Means in this frontal analysis only A component will be obtained in the pure form. We can separate only one component from the mixture. The other component are not perfectly separated in this frontal analysis. Therefore, this method is rarely used because only one component can be separated from this technique. It is the preparative technique. From this technique, only one component is separated, so that when one of the mixture contains the impurities which is loosely bonded to the stationary phase, it can be separated from the mixture. Means impurity can be separated and components are not separated from that mixture. This frontal analysis can be used for removal of the impurity if that impurity is forming loose bond with the stationary phase. Now we can explain it from the graph. This is the A component. Now see here, this is the first fraction. In the first fraction, F1 means first fraction, we get only component A. Now this is the second fraction. In the second fraction, we will get component A and component B. This is the fraction second. We get A plus B. Now this is the third fraction. Third fraction we will get component A plus B plus C. See here, in this diagram you can see we get only component A in the pure form in the first fraction. The other component B and C we obtain in the form of the mixture. Means this, in this method only one component can be purified. This is what frontal analysis. Now come towards the second method, that is the displacement analysis. Now what is the displacement analysis? We will see first the column. Now in the displacement analysis, we use displacing agent. Here also we take mixture of the three component A, B and C. A is of black color, B is of red color and C component is blue color. This column is poured with the stationary phase. Then we place solvent plus displacing agent. S means solvent, D means displacing agent over our mixture. Okay, now see here. Now what is the function of this displacing agent? We use solvent plus displacing agent. Solvent means it is the mobile phase which is running over the stationary phase. In displacement analysis we are using displacing agent. What is the function of this displacing agent? The displacing agent displaces the component from the mixture which are strongly adsorbed on the stationary phase. Some of the components from the mixture are strongly adsorbed on the stationary phase. They cannot be easily separated. For separation of this component from the mixture, the displacing agents are used. Why these displacing agents are used? Because these displacing agents have high affinity than the components of the mixture. High affinity means what? These displacing agents form strong bond with the stationary phase than the other components which are present in our mixture. That displaces that component which get adsorbed on the stationary phase, and they take the place of that component, and that component can be eluted easily. Now see how that components are eluted. When this mobile phase is run over the stationary phase, then the components are separated like this. Okay. Now which component will elute first? We get first A. After that we get A plus B. After that we get component B. Then B plus C. Then we get component C. Okay. After C, the displacing agent starts eluting. Okay. Now in this method also, we are not getting the component in as pure form as possible. Here also we get pure A, then we get mixture of A and B. After that we get pure B, and then mixture of B and C, and at the last we get pure form of C. Means all the components are not well separated. Along with this purified component, we also get mixture of the two components in this method. Now I can explain this from the graph. When we draw the line, at first we get fraction 1. It is the pure A. We get component in pure form. Then we will draw the line here. Okay. Here we get mixture of A plus B. This is fraction second. Now see the third fraction. This is F2. Here we get only the B. Now we will draw the line here. We get B plus C. This is what our fraction 4. Then we will draw the line here, which is fraction 5. We get pure component C. Okay, and in the last step, here we get C plus D, and in last we get the D. D means what? Displacing agent. At the last, displacing agent is eluted. Now see here, what is the function of the displacing agent? Displacing agent displaces component which are strongly adsorbed over the stationary phase. They can be displaced by the displacing agent. Displacing agent take the place of that components which are strongly adsorbed over the stationary phase, so that this component can be separated. Now in displacement analysis, we are not getting the pure components. We are getting the pure component along with the mixture of two components. Now see in this graph, in fraction 1 we get only pure A component. In fraction 2 we get A plus, this is black is A, and this red is B. In fraction 3 we get pure B. In fraction 4 we get B plus C, and in fraction 5 we get C. In fraction 6 we get C plus, this is D. D is what? Displacing agent, and at the last we get a pure displacing agent, means we get the mixture of the component as well as pure component. Therefore this method is also rarely used. Now we are coming towards the third method, which is mostly used in the separation of the mixture. Which is the third method? It is the elution analysis. Now what is this elution analysis? Here also we are taking mixture of the components. First is the A component, which is black color. Second is the red component, which is B, and third is C. Now this elution analysis gives the good result, because in elution analysis we get all the components in well separated form. Now see the diagram of this column, how the separation is taking place. There are the three bands. These bands are for the solvent. When we run this mixture of the component A plus B plus C over the stationary phase, when mobile phase is run, what happen? The component A will elute first. Why component A will elute first? Because A component have a loosely bonded to the stationary phase, therefore A component will elute first. This separation is taking place depending upon the partition coefficient. Each component have the different partition coefficient. Depending on this difference, the separation is taking place. If this difference is greater, we get well separated bands. If the partition coefficient values are greater, this difference is greater in between two components, then we get well separated band. Now see here, the second after that we get a solvent. After elution of component A, solvent will be eluted. Then component B is eluted. Again solvent will eluted. After that C component is eluted, again solvent will eluted. Now after separation of each component, solvent also eluted. Okay. Now this eluted solvent can be separated by evaporation. When we evaporate the component A, then the solvent which comes in A, it will evaporate and we get purest form of the component A. Then when component B is evaporated, the solvent which will be eluted with component B, it will also get in pure form. Like this we can obtain all the component in pure form. As all the components are well separated from each other, therefore it graphically shown like this. This is what? Component A. This is what? Component B. This is what? Component C. Here what? First fraction is what? Component A. This second fraction is of what? Solvent. Then third fraction this is F3, it is what? B. Again solvent will be eluted. Okay. After that we get a third fraction. This is F4. Fifth fraction which is of component C, pure component C. You can see here only A, here is B and here is C, and at the last again we get a solvent. It is of F6. Like this we get solvent after separation of each fraction. This solvent can be removed by evaporation and we will get purified components from this elution analysis. So most of the times elution analysis is used because elution analysis gives 100% result than displacement analysis and frontal analysis, which are not giving the 100% result. In frontal analysis, only one of the component from the mixture will be obtained in a purest form. In the displacement analysis, along with the pure component, we get mixture of the component. Therefore, this method is also rarely used. But in elution analysis, we get 100% purified component. Therefore, mostly elution analysis method is used. And from this peak area, we can calculate amount of the compound present in the mixture. From the retention volume also we can calculate how much amount of that compound is present in the mixture. Now this elution analysis is modified and it can be developed by using two methods. First is the stepwise elution. and second is the Now in this illusion analysis, the illusion can be improved by use of the two methods. First is the stepwise illusion, and second is the gradient illusion. Now in the stepwise illusion, what happened? The mobile phase is same all over the column and we get a well separated components from the mixture. In case of the gradient illusion, we are increasing the eluting power of the mobile phase. Means this eluting power of the mobile is strong. By step we are increasing the eluting power of the mobile phase so that we get a good separation of the band. We can quantify the separated band, means we can calculate how much quantity of that substance is present in the mixture by using the gradient illusion. When there is a complex mixture, we are using gradient illusion. In that complex mixture, what we do? In that complex mixture, we are increasing the eluting power of the mobile phase. Means we are using strong eluting power of the mobile phase, which will separate the complex component from the mixture. This is all about the development of chromatogram. Thank you.